I'm just starting up the second of Dawn's t-shirt quilts that she brought over. She has never made a t-shirt quilt before these two. She's done an outstanding job. She came over earlier. We talked about what she wanted to have done. I gave her a lot of pointers and encouraged lots of different activities that she could employ to be able to have great success with her t-shirt quilts. These are all from her husband's activities. He has been in the military and has been a firefighter, as you can see, and he has many t-shirts from those experiences. And she wanted to make 4 t-shirt quilts, one for each of her 3 grown sons and one for her husband, to remember all of these activities that he has been involved in. And she has done just an amazing job. She did a beautiful work here on stabilizing each of the t-shirts. I encourage this specific stabilizer, the woven iron-on, sorry, the word was out of my head for just a minute, and I encouraged her to do wide seams and press them open. What's that doing? What's that doing? My friends, it is so nice and flat right here because we have a wider seam. Tiny seams will cause bulk right there. We want to spread out that bulk, so leave that seam wide to be able to do it. Pressing it open is allowing all of this to lay nice and flat. It is so smooth. It's almost like there's no seam there at all. And so I'm making sure that those seams are staying open as I'm going all the way through, because if some of them try to close up, I now have a lot of bulk I have to deal with. And then when the machine gets to it, has a lot harder time getting over that bulk. And that's where we have all those missed stitches. That's where we have all the inconsistencies. That's where she can grab and pull on a seam or other things with the t-shirt quilt. Another thing that causes challenges is when you have a lot of logos on the shirts that are those very sticky kinds, and luckily none of these seem to be that exact one. So far with the 2 t-shirt quilts, I haven't had to deal with that specific issue. As with almost every t-shirt quilt, I always turn the machine stitching down a lot. She normally stitched at 13. She's now stitching at 7. So basically half distance, half time, I mean. And that really helps so that as the edge of the presser foot comes along right here, the little hopper foot, less likely to grab something because the machine isn't rushing as much, slowing down a little bit. So I almost always slow down. And it does take longer to do t-shirt quilts, but it does turn out much better. And otherwise what happens is I risk possibly grabbing something and having those weird skip stitches, having folds. Those are always way more challenging than slowing the machine down. So lots of pointers, lots of activities. I'm also using my batting in here. I suggested using my lighter weight batting because t-shirt quilts are already very heavy between the t-shirt, between the seams, between the stabilizer. And so we're putting my lighter weight batting in here. I will be doing the trimming and the binding on this. The binding I'm doing is my self binding. I do have other videos that demonstrate that. In my self binding, I'm going to take the backing and roll it over to the front. So because of that, I am keeping the design in just a tad, because that way I have something to put my other cutting mat in between to make the front and the batting equal to each other. And the binding is going to cover a significant amount of that anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. But if you know that you're going to be doing self-binding, or you want me to do self-binding, let me know ahead of time, and that way that can be an activity that works out. I do have my own I do have my own backs here at times. And right now I have this lovely red, mottled red, which worked out great because she likes to do a certain color for each of her sons. And this son, she likes to make it with the red. And so it worked out perfect to have this for the backing. I'll be doing the other shirts with specific backs that I have here as well. All right, questions, thoughts, pop them down below. Let's start a conversation. In the meantime, have yourself an amazing day.